writing channel, I want to talk about the framed narrative first. And a lot of times it's called the story within a story. There's a lot of reasons why someone might use this. The first being that it creates authority, because the person telling the story is letting you know that it's been told before. And it, in that way, also reinforces authority because, you're less likely to question that the story exists when they create the frame. The other reason that someone might create a framed narrative is to limit liability. And that is to say, to distance oneself from the story overall, to say, well, maybe we didn't get all the details right, but it is what it is. A third reason is to create automatic intrigue. And so human beings have been storytelling for millennia. It is absolutely a survival skill. And so the framed narrative is ancient in that regard because, well, for many reasons, and I don't think this list, these three reasons, are exclusive, exhaustive, for as far as the reasons why someone might use a framed narrative. And so I wanted to go to the original, one of the earliest examples that I wanted to bring up was the Canterbury Tales, which is an ancient, a medieval story. It's a series of epic poems by Geoffrey Chaucer, and it starts out with a pilgrimage, a bunch of English from all types of the society in England would take a pilgrimage to Jerusalem, and on the way he tells the story of each person from their point of view. But in the prologue you understand that there is a narrator who is kind of omnipotent, and so that creates authority. And so it's an ancient method of storytelling. And then for three modern versions, the examples that I thought of were The Princess Bride, where in the movie the grandfather is reading the storybook. And so maybe we could talk later in another episode about the types of functions that the framed narrative serves in that movie. Also in Ever After, that's one of my favorite ones because because it's a fairy tale, so it's been told so many times. The purpose of a fairy tale is also the survival story, survival skill aspect of storytelling. And then in Shrek, that's another fairy tale that he starts out in the beginning reading the book. And but for the last one I wanted to talk about was Rime of the Ancient Mariner. And the reason that I wanted to leave this one for last is because it's a shorter poem, and I was thinking that we would go over that in the next episode. The first part I would like to cover. I don't have anything else written down. But oh yeah, the purpose of the channel will be not for me to tell my story, but to help you tell yours. Thank you.